The ACFE wishes to applaud RabloWoods Counter-Fraud Learning Center on the birth of the Aacas, the Africa Academy for Counter-Fraud and Anti-Corruption Studies, a higher institution of learning dedicated to education and research in the field, and the unveiling of the Counter-Fraud House. The Aacas is the leading academic learning and research institution dedicated to advancing the development of highly skilled anti-corruption and counter-fraud professionals in both public and private institutions in Nigeria and across the African continent. You provide data-driven solutions to the challenges faced in the context of anti-fraud and counter-corruption activities within the corporate environment and governance. Data analytics is so critically important. We have so much both structured and unstructured within our organizations, but we must have the intelligence, we must have the education, and the ability to research through that data to find out where these problems are and what we need to solve them. We all have that common goal of building an inclusive, safe, and open business and corporate environment, free of fraud and corruption, that is supported by strong governance that we know will exist. And it's because of the center and what RabloWoods and so many of you are doing that demonstrates the importance of the relevance of learning and research in fraud and corruption. And I know that the Aacas is positioned to fill this gap. You all know this. Research is tremendously important to the ACFE, and it has been since its inception. 1996, our first report to the nations, which is now the Global Fraud Study, took place. And I'm so delighted to see the Academy conduct this research in Africa. But back in 1996, started very small. In fact, now we're in virtually every country in the world. But at the time, there was just a certain amount of CFEs that conducted it. And the birthplace of this research was based on media calling the ACFE and asking, well, how much does fraud cost? And what we decided at the ACFE was to go to the expert. And that expert are all of you that are certified fraud examiners. You are the ones who are fighting this war daily. You are the ones that know where fraud and corruption is, and you know the ways that you can prevent it. And so what we were able to do is to take your information, compile it into that report, and explain that, 5% of revenues are being lost to fraud each year. That number, that percentage, clicked with media and so many, and it gave our profession a voice. And that is what you are doing with the center and the Aacas in Nigeria. Is you are giving a voice to fraud in your region, or anti-fraud elements in your region, and you're able to demonstrate that we are going to conduct the research, we are going to conduct this study, we are going to provide education for those who need it in order to prevent fraud in our region and to make a more robust Africa for all. But it comes with that seed. And the ACFE has been doing this for over 30 years. You have been doing this for 10. And it is just amazing to see so much development in such a short amount of time. I mean, looking at the numbers that the center boasts, you've got a strong global alumni. That network is of business leaders, executives, 100+ years of combined experience. So many smart people, so many CFEs that are part of this program that are teaching others. And I am just so delighted to see the growth in such a short amount of time. And it's just a testament to RabloWoods and all of you that you take fraud seriously and you are going to do something about it in your region. And I am just honored to be part of the unveiling of the Counter-Fraud House and to see the birth of the Aacas. For you to ask me to be a part of this means so much. I thank you for all that you do in order to make fraud examination flow off the lips of so many people who normally would not talk about it. You make it important to them, which makes it important for everyone. And I wish you the best as you continue to fight fraud in your communities. Thank you again for all you do, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.